Cookbooks make the best gifts. What's up, socials? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm very excited because it's almost the holidays, and one of my favorite things to do is buy the best gift ever for someone. Like, I just love seeing the look on their face when they're like, "You know me so well." I shoot for that. I'm not great at it, but I definitely shoot for it. Sometimes I feel like that thing is a book, and this year I am feeling like everyone should get the same book, because I feel like on some level we're all dealing with one root issue, and that is the level of confidence that we have to do something that we may or may not be doing yet, or may or may not be doing well yet. And usually that confidence issue has to do with the people you surround yourself with. Jim Rohn said, "You are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with." And I think about that quote very frequently. I think I've brought it up a few times on previous videos because to me it is so true. Just watching The Crown this past weekend, I started speaking in an English accent. Like, that is a very immature example of the fact that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But it was 10 hours of The Crown. I mean, let's be real, that was a lot of time. Additionally, if you have other people in your life who are super positive, you might find yourself being super positive around them. Or if you have people in your life that are super negative, you might be like, ugh, I'm feeling very negative. Or if someone talks a lot of crap behind people's back, you might be talking a lot of crap behind people's back with them. And all of these things start to mix together and it becomes your personality. What I realized kind of early on when I was like, I think I want to start my own business. I don't know anything about it. I don't really know a lot of people that have done that. It's certainly not an environment I was brought up in. There are no entrepreneurs per se in my family, at least not directly to me. It was very important that I start to figure it out, and I needed to surround myself with people who knew what they were talking about. And so that's why I was very excited about a new book that just came out. I'm going to show you what it is on my bookshelf. Do you also like the fact that you can't see the name of any book on my shelf except for my own? The reason I do that is for moments like this, so that there's like a drum roll or something as I unveil a book I want to talk to you about. Actually, that's not true. I do it because the pages are white and I can control the white balance a little bit better. What's the book? What's the book? Bam! Tim Ferriss, who is now going by Timothy Ferriss, has put out a book called Tribe of Mentors, and it is a Bible. If you've been listening to PODMAS on Vlogmas Radio, which is my podcast, then you've already heard me recommend this guy, but the reason I do that is because not that I want you to just be lost in all of these pages. It is truly because Tim, of all people, who has had incredible success. If you don't know, his first crazy big bestseller was 4-Hour Workweek, which I even read that book before I even had a clue about self-development or starting a business or anything. I just saw it at Target and I thought it looked super interesting and I bought it and I read it, and I just remember thinking, how does one sell online products? Like, I think about that moment in my life and I'm like, wow, I had no clue, and look how far I've come in that time. That was like less than 10 years ago, but still, that was like, oh my God, that was a very different time in my life. What I love about this book is that Tim, of all people, with the success he's had, still had a moment where he was like, I just feel like there's more. I need more I think in a fulfillment sense is how I'm reading this, because he takes some of the most powerful questions that he could come up with and he walks through that in here as well. And he had some of the most incredibly successful people in the world answer these questions. Some of them might answer all of them or just a few of them, but the point being that if you want to surround yourself with people of a certain kind or of a certain mindset or of a certain success, you can totally do that, and you can do that with things like books. But Tim's book actually gives you the ability to do it with one book and with a lot of people. And just knowing that you're reading this and it is not just helping you, but it's helping Tim Ferriss too, I just feel like that gives everybody a lot of hope. Like, that gives a lot of people hope, I feel. Look, I just opened it up to Brene Brown, so that makes me happy right off the bat. And here's an example question. What purchase of $100 or less has most positively impacted your life in the last 6 months or in recent memory? That's intriguing. $100, that's feasible. She said, easy. My 10-foot iPhone charger and my fierce lip balm from Tata Harper. I have to say, the longer iPhone charger cord That's a brilliant point. I think mine's only 6 feet though, so now I want to know all about the 10-foot experience. And lip balm you just can't live without. But it could be that simple. I may want to connect with Brene. I get to read on that here. And that chapter alone, that little piece of this huge book could be the thing I needed to read. And I then surround myself with her. If you want to improve, you've got to be around the right people. And this is an introvert saying that. So, you know it's true. So, if you would like to make a change in your life, I highly suggest you rethink, who are you surrounding yourself with? How can you make that change? Can you make it as simply as replacing somebody with some reading time? Because that's possible. And if you do that small thing, you might change the way you completely approach life. The way you wake up in the morning, the way you think about the possibilities of your own success, the way you vlog, the way you do anything. And that's really powerful, knowing that it's an action of obtaining information that allows you to have that mindset shift. That's dope. There's no doubt about that. So I think this is what I'm getting everybody for Christmas, because you do not have to read the whole thing. You just pick a page and you read up on that person and you go, huh. If you want more details about Tribe of Mentors by Timothy Ferriss, I'll leave that in the description below. And that was my gift recommendation of the video. I've been doing gift recommendations on the podcast, so I was getting ready to go into that, like, that voiceover that I always do. But yes, this was your gift guide recommendation of the day. Podcast listeners will love that. That's all for today, socials. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Make sure you remember to subscribe for good vibes and continue to surround yourself with pretty cool people so that you can go after the life that you want. Cheers.